Yes, guys, welcome back to another watch along live phone. I always mix up the pair of them, but welcome back to another live phone in. Chelsea won, Krasnodar won. Definitely the most entertaining game in the Champions League tonight. How do we talk about that? What a drag, but there's some positives to take out of it. Tino looks solid. Billy Gilmore literally looks like Jorginho reincarnated, but with a massive upgrade. What else? Havertz looks solid. We got 60 minutes for him. What else? Oh yeah, Manchester United are in the Europa League, so we can always enjoy that, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Craigo sadly couldn't be with us today, so he's DM'd us his thoughts. Very boring game. Damn right, bro. Wanted Tammy and Havertz to really grab the opportunity. See, this is where we disagree. I feel like Havertz had a solid performance, but Tammy definitely massive disaster class. And against Cransbury or Krasnodar or whatever their name is, it ain't really the best game for it, but it is what it is. Subs didn't really care when they came in. Here's the thing: I saw a massive upgrade with the substitutes when they first came on. Kante, the upgrade in that midfield, it spoke for itself. We looked so much more solid. There looked a lot less space to be exposed in when he was on the pitch. Who else? Everyone else just kind of just did the bleep test for a few minutes. But other than that, subs didn't really care when they came in and rushed. They really still unbeaten, but it's a little concerning. Oh, got a little bit of background noise. Let's get rid of that. Piss off. Really feel for the Chelsea fans. Yes, I feel for them Chelsea fans. I'm so glad they didn't make the ballot for this one. Imagine I would have to wait for every other season ticket holder to go to a game before I'd be able to go to another one for this shit show. Fucking hell. Also, the standards have raised so high that we're calling this a shit show because it was a fucking drag. But yeah, lots of them were there because of failed attempts at getting tickets for the Leeds game. Thank God I didn't make that ballot, but we moved. Let me know what you guys are saying. Tell me something about Manchester United. Manchester United are a team in Salford that are playing on Thursday nights for the foreseeable future. Next to likes of bums like Zorha Luhanks, Club Bruges, yeah, they're now in the Europa League. Club Bruges as well, and Arsenal Football Club. So yeah, we got to add them into this as well. But Strip Bears in the chat. United down. You're damn right. Also, thank you so much for the very generous donation. Sammy will be loving that. We're gonna get our first guest on. Let's see, where is he? There he is. Yes, he is. Jay, what are you saying, man?
Oh yeah, how's everyone doing?
I'm more awake than I was in previous hours. I will say that. What are your thoughts on that game? Were you able to keep focused for as long as I was? Because if any of you man are watching from the watch along, you know that was a joke.
Listen, first of all, sorry, I'm in my bed. Sorry about
that. How dare you? How dare you?
That's where the game's left me, man. No, yeah, I mean, I found myself looking at the goal show a lot because the debacle that happened in PSG, Istanbul, and then obviously the United lot checking the score on that. So I did drift off a lot. But you know what? Surprisingly, I'm not even upset, mate. Are you?
As long as we didn't lose or didn't get any injuries, I didn't really care too much. Like, this was just a game for me to see what the fringe players would do. If anything, I'm a bit disappointed by some of the fringe players because they really didn't grasp the opportunity. I think the only players that really did it was not Jorginho. Fucking who was it? It was Billy Gilmore and Tino Andrew. And other than that, I don't really think anyone impressed me too much. Havertz was okay, but for someone who's still coming back to full fitness, I thought he was okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to shit on Havertz too much. I think, to be fair, this was one of the first games I've seen in a while where he looked like he was enjoying himself at some points. Yeah, exactly. He was completely, he's having a bit of fun sometimes. He was pulling out some beautiful skills, and I think he's such a beautiful footballer. The way he can move a ball around the pitch, like I'm excited to see him playing at his best because obviously we've not seen that yet. But I'm not going to shit on him for it because he's just on his way, as you said. One player I will probably shit on though is Emerson. Emerson was dire today, bro. I knew I'd say his name, and I knew you'd be.
These left backs, I gave him credit after the Sevilla game. I was like, you know what? Cool. You had a good game. You balled out defensively and offensively. Keep it up, and I might actually be confident in both our left backs. But what's the issue with both our left backs minus Chilwell? Consistency and the inherent lack of it. Fucking hell, some of those crosses. One of them's going to lick some poor guy at Fulham Football Club, how high it was.
Oh, listen, it was so stressful. And he took some shots that like literally were kicked out the ground and that. And it was just dire from him today. And I thought he'd come off, to be fair. I thought would see Chilwell because I think he was probably the weakest link in the squad. I don't know if that's just me being a prick, but I felt that way. So I was surprised not to see Chilwell. He was
actually, in the defense, definitely. In the whole team, I think there were weak links all over that side.
Yeah.
Like Billy Gilmore, I love him. That injury to Billy Gilmore in the summer basically kept Jorginho's job at the club. And it's so clear whenever you see the pair of them play because he is literally an upgraded Jorginho. He has the same passing accuracy and passing range. If anything, his passing range might even be better than Jorginho's. Say it quietly, but it might be true. Also, he's quicker around the pitch. Also, he's more aggressive on the ball. Also, he's better defensively and he doesn't get bypassed all the time.
He's unreal, man. Like today, it was a beautiful play. And for someone that's, quite a small stature, he's not the biggest lad. He's so aggressive and so dominant in midfield. And also, like, he could be a captain one day. And that might not be for Chelsea, but the way he commands the pitch, the way he tells people around him what to do and where to be, and also the way he kind of like he wants the ball, he'll ask for the ball, and that's so big to be. I think he's 19. He's playing in the Champions League for Chelsea, and he's asking to get the ball. Like that's unreal. The bollocks on him, man. It's admirable, man. I'd be bricking it if I was him.
Speak about his dribbling as well. Guy was beating players like a madness. He used that low center of gravity to make it really hard to get past players. I liked his drives going forward and the fact we played him in the number 8 position as well. I remember we tested that a few times post-lockdown and he didn't really look too comfortable with it before he had that injury, and I think which was the Leicester game or maybe the game after. But we played him in the number 8 position this time. He just slotted in perfectly. And at times he was doing Jorginho's job in the number 6 as well.
Yeah, he's a very, very complete midfielder, man, and it was a beautiful, beautiful sight. And yeah, you're right, Jake, that he's dribbling today, just taking it, running, pressing their defence. He was man of the match for me, definitely.
Definitely. Going forward, Tina Angerin, I thought did the basics right. He didn't outshine anybody or do anything, but for someone who was making his debut, he didn't really do anything wrong. I thought he had a solid performance.
Yeah, it was one of those like 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, just solid, good. I mean, he could be important to us because we've seen our wingers all of our wingers' hamstrings ain't the strongest, and coming into this congested season, he might become vital in just being the backup. So going forward, I'll be happy to have him in our ranks, and just if he keeps improving, he could easily be the backup to Ziyech and Hudson-Odoi and them guys.
What's that I need to say? Worldwide Chelsea. Hey, if you want to jump on the phone in, man, let me know and I'll send you a link. And I want to start doing more lives on my channel because of this. You know how much money comes in through it? I'm seeing
Bro.
Hey, if you think this is mad money, look at the football terrorist. Terry, man.
Bro.
Big up Terry in the cup, but fuck the level of finesse.
Look at the
tier list, right? And people are paying 50, 20 quids just to move players up and down it. And I'm sitting there in the stream just like, what? And man, I'm still doing it. Listen, now people are paying 50 quid just to put Ozil in the bando in the tier list and shit like that. It is mad.
We need to get on.
Yeah, Worldwide Chelsea, you want to jump on, let me know. Yes, what else should we talk? Actually, yeah, this is a very big talking point. Tammy Abraham. Bro. I love Tammy, but Krasnodar, man. This is the game you want to drop a disaster class in, mate.
Listen, you know what it is though? Tammy wasn't playing bad before Giroud came in. Giroud bullied his way in because of an incredible performance, but he wasn't playing bad. He was getting goals and assists in the Premier League before this. But you're right. Today was just a stinker, man.
He just kept bouncing off him.
Yeah, and obviously you could maybe put that down to some of the passing, but nah, they were just shot at him, bouncing off him. He looked a bit clunky at times. And this is the thing with Tammy. We all know he's very talented, but sometimes he's inconsistent, and sometimes he just, he will have a game like this, and then sometimes he'll have a game where he'll be like Giroud. But like the fella just said in the comments, to get rid of him would be probably silly because although Giroud's brilliant. He's old. He's like 34 now. He's on his way out soon. If that's January or if that's the next season, he's gone. And we don't want to be then scrounging around for another striker, maybe spending too much money on one that won't work out. Whereas Tammy has the talent. He just needs to get more consistent. But having people like Werner and Giroud in the squad to learn off and to compete with, he'll be all right in the long run. I think we forget how young these lads are as well.
Yeah, that's why I kind of allowed Tammy Abraham's heading, even though for someone of his height, it is criminal that he isn't this good. Yeah, but
Giroud
I do
needs
think
to have a one-on-one.
like, what?
Giroud needs a one-on-one with him.
To be fair, one of the reasons why he's looked so good this season is all them lessons with Olivier Giroud. He's learning a lot of his game.
He needs it.
Big up Zayn in the chat. Let's all laugh at Manchester United. Finally, me and you can sit here on a live stream and agree on a topic, man. Let us all laugh at Manchester United. Guys, I don't usually condone spamming in the comment section. If you don't want to spam Manchester United slander throughout this video, please feel ahead to do it. I will not make any blocks for Manchester United. Just, if you're going to spam, make it funny, please, at the very least. But Zayn, thank you so much for the generous donation today.
Big up, Zayn.
Thoughts on what's our next game? Our next game's Everton, isn't it? The good thing is we've got a lot of rotation in marks for this game. Yeah. But how are you feeling about the Everton game going into it? It's another 8 p.m. kickoff, which means, thank God, it is on BT Sports. But let me know your thoughts.
Listen, Everton away is always peak, isn't it? Like last year, they just sacked the manager. They had Duncan in, and then they somehow beat us in a horrible 1-0 win. Goodison Park is always a bit of a bogey ground for us. But like you said, the amount of players that we'll have our main squad, obviously today, we can all moan here and there, but it was the B team. Our A team are now rested going into this game. I'm still very confident in the fact that we can get a win there. And also their fullbacks are gone, aren't they? So you think if our wingers against their backup fullbacks, if Iwobi's playing left or right back, we'll be good. I think we'll be good. So yeah, I'm confident going into that game. I'd probably chip us to win, maybe 2-0, 2-1, something like that.
Yeah, the Saturday game, and actually, no, to be honest, because the two games are so close, I might actually ask you about the Everton and the Wolves game, because I want to know what kind of teams would you want to see for both games, because this is a really BS pair of fixtures coming up, but how would you prepare for it?
Listen, I think, it's all good and proper rotate in these games where they don't have as much value, but with those two games, even though they're close, I think it has to be a very, very strong side, both games. They need to be this very similar squads, maybe one or two changes here and there just for fitness. But for me, it needs to be the core group of lads going into both games, because both games, you can easily drop points at Everton and at Wolves. They're both clubs that like to beat the top 6 teams, especially Wolves. They're horrible. I'd keep it very strong in both games. Play all the big boys, not too much rotation. That's how I'd do it. So Frank, if you're listening, mate, take it on board.
I'm actually sure Jody Morris watches the channel. I'm not so sure about Frank Lampard. Vitmus, fair play. It's a shame we can't chat, but I don't blame you after this game. I'd take the break as well, but I have to do the shift, so here we are. What was I going to say? There was something. Yeah, that I kind of agree with you on that, only because I've taken a look at the fixture list. That West Ham game doesn't show up for another 6 days after that match. So we do have a nice little bit of a break. We have to slog out for about 4 days, but other than that, we're good. But any final thoughts, bro?
No, I think I'm good. Like I said, I come away from it pretty happy still, pretty positive. I'm just excited for the weekend, see what we can do. That was just a bit of a nothing game. And to be fair, it's kind of been nice to have a nothing game in such a congested fixture list. So, yeah, I'm pretty positive, man.
All right, well, bro, thanks for jumping on as usual. Do you want to just plug your socials quick?
Let's go, man. At the back post on everything, I put out a fan cam that's not doing too well. So everyone watching this, after this, go watch that. It's at the back post on YouTube. Really appreciate if anyone went over there. Thanks for having me on again, Lewis.
Yeah, bro. Drop a link to that in the comments as well so we can pin that.
Will do, man. Will do. Nice one. See you later, everyone.
Take care, bro. Thanks for jumping on. Right. What's everyone saying in the comment section before I switch quickly? Man United back to where they belong. Damn right. Everton away. Think Frank knows. Don't underestimate Everton, even if their form's a little bit dippy so far because, especially Christmas, you can't underestimate anybody. It is a bit rough. Now move on to our next guest quickly. Fata, what are you telling me, bro?
Tuesday and Wednesday night vibes only, Lewis.
Damn right, bro.
Before I get into Chelsea, I want you to listen to this.
I have to do a lot of defending, and here we go again. Where's Wan-Bissaka again? Oh my God! What is Wan-Bissaka doing again? This is a simple ball across the back post, and he's not marking his bloody man again. What are you doing? What are you doing? Bloody mince pie defending, about as useful as a mince pie swimming through custard. Shite. Absolute shite. I cannot believe. How many times am I going to get this right? How many times he's been...
What goal is that? Is that the second goal?
That's the first one.
I dropped the third one. I want to hear the reaction to Harry Maguire just doing a madness.
Third one. Hold on.
And Greenwood on the front post. I mean, look, Greenwood could have had a couple of goals.
Hold on.
How the hell are wing backs in a... How the hell are we not...
I'll tell you what. I'll send you on...
Yeah, leave it. It's cool. It's cool.
I'll tell you what. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, it's cool. For all you man who
you
did so...
you can find me on Twitter.
Fair play.
Anyway, back to Chelsea tonight. It was a dead.
Yeah, chat to me about the game, bro.
It was dead. Nah, man. You know what, I'll tell you this, yeah. A few weeks ago, before a day after Tottenham, I also applied for the Krasnodar game. At the same time, it was at a Leeds game as well. I applied to those two ballots. Apparently, I got accepted into one, which is the Leeds game. That's it. After that, I can go. I can't go. So
yeah, you can only go for one after then.
Yeah, that's the problem in it. But yeah, it's such a shame on a Tuesday night like this, though. But you know what? At the time like this, I can't be asked to go on to watch that game live at Stamford Bridge. But I feel sorry for those fans who already in the ballot, but witness a 1-1 boring, a dead cold Tuesday night draw. I feel sorry for them.
Like bollocks off watching that match and just watching Kepa struggle to reach another shot. I'd be so.
Oh my God, that again, man. I've been saying this. Oh my God, who let the T-Rex out from the Regions Part 2? Somehow he get the goalkeeper replacing Mendy. I would prefer Willy Caballero.
The one's been playing today. It's just fucking hell, man. Give us something, please.
Why Kepa, man? But I would prefer Caballero, though. Honestly,
they're both the same. They're both exactly the same.
But at least Caballero did much better than Kepa. Come on.
What?
At least Caballero did much better than Kepa, to be fair.
It's very debatable.
Little bit.
Like, Caballero's only banging when Kepa is literally bottom tier.
Oh, yeah, damn right.
Thing.
Oh, hold on. I think there's a Man United fan text me. Piss off. Anyway, I'm going to give a massive shout to Tino Angerin today because I saw him today for the whole 90 minutes, yeah. That guy could be the prospect of the Chelsea future as well, alongside Billy Gilmore. And today, those two, it's just, they're taking the level like beyond everyone else, you know. It's just delight to see Billy Gilmore and Tino Angerin get those performances and get them in under the belt because they haven't been playing all season long. And I think tonight is the great chance for those two to showcase Lampard because they both deserve to be in the Chelsea first team squad.
What's that for, Craig? I like the hair, to be fair.
Let's just say I did this by myself. 1 hour, Craigo.
Oh, wait. You were bold last time you were on here.
I was bold last time. as well. Don't forget that.
Little lockdown trims. Fair play,
lockdown trim, man. I don't want to go haircut, wait till half an hour and that. But apart from that, Lewis, it's just the substitution and that. I think it's just the case that Lampard wanted to see some of his first team players, the level of the fitness where they at, because they're gonna face the tough run of fixtures, the likes of Everton and Wolves in the space of what Everton and Wolves, like literally like about 4 days, and then after they got a week off against West Ham. It's just one of those hectic schedule. Like we need to like the squad to see the level of fitness of the first team, and I just hope there's no further injuries. Like we already lost Hakim Ziyech and we already lost Hudson-Odoi, and the news come out from today that Frank Lampard hoping that
I wouldn't have that, man. I'd send.
Oh yeah, an hour for that. What do you mean? I do an hour for this on my own, but yeah, now go back again. That Frank Lampard hoping that there's a maximum of Hakim Ziyech that'll be out about 2 weeks. So I just hoping that I'm just hoping that he might come back after the West Ham game, which is the I think the Arsenal game after West Ham, if I'm correct.
No, it's yeah, it is. It's
after West Ham, yeah. I just hope he come back there in time. And Hudson-Odoi, I don't know much about his injury. What happened? Is it you've picked up another
injury training, I think.
Oh, hamstring again. Oh my god. I think we become injury FC again like last year. But again, man, yeah. I just hope like some of the players that haven't been played this season, I'm just glad to get their minutes under their belt. I'm just glad that none of our players get another injury again. And hopefully we might see our first team players that not in tonight be on Saturday.
Yeah, should be plenty of rotations, but to be honest with the way some of the fringe players played, they're definitely not getting game time off that performance. I thought Jorginho, Emerson, Tammy all off form today. You all right, mate?
Yeah, all good. I think another text again from United fans. My God, enjoy Thursday night, man. Jeez. You know what, yeah? Can I talk about United fans first, yeah? They bantering us about, oh, we finished above Chelsea this season, last season. Oh, yeah, well done. Whoopie-doo. What happened then? You end up on a Thursday night. For the second consecutive season, Manchester United ending up on a Thursday night football. Facts. I think you mute yourself, Lewis.
Yeah, I had a bit of a cough. I had to get rid of that. But Man United fans always chat the most was anyway. Now they're in the same position as Arsenal, Spurs, things like that. But any final thoughts, bro?
First of all, man, massive hats off to Dembaba today. And
big up Demba.
Well, big up Dembaba, it was just today, again, another case of racism happening in Europe, man. It's just, I'm speechless, honestly. I don't know about you, but still, man, it's just one of those.
It's just an education thing for me. I've already said I don't want the referee to get sacked. I just think he needs to go through like an education course or something. I don't think he's a racist. I think he just said something that really, really sounded racist, and he just
like Maguire and McTominay and Matic. They're too big for a game like this.
No, hold on.
I don't know what they're trying to claim here, Maguire.
And lastly, I would leave up to this.
And claim, but again, it's an unmarked player on the back post with a back five. Like, how is that happening? Tele's out of position this time. How the hell are wing backs in a bloody back five?
Oh, United fans, I love you lot. You give us entertainment position. At least, you know what? This draw, yeah. At least Manchester United entertain us on Tuesday night vibes, But at the end of the day, thank you all to United fans for entertain us on a Tuesday night like this. It was just such a wonderful night to end the night, Up the Charles. We stay on the Tuesday and Wednesday nights, but Manchester United, bye-bye. Enjoy your Thursday night.
Damn right, bro. Yo, thanks for jumping on, as always.
I'll see you Saturday.
See you Saturday, bro. Take care.
Yeah, take care.
Oh.
Hey, bro, what's up?
Yes? What are you telling me, man?
Just a minute, please.
It's 20 minutes to go here. Some of the passings. Oh my God!
Oh, we've got more Mark Goldbridge.
Harry Maguire, get rid of Harry Maguire!
Let's go! Yes, I wanted that one.
What's the third one?
He's absolutely shit. He's just left the ball and the striker puts it in. He's bloody useless. He's absolutely useless. 3 goals conceded. 3 goals conceded tonight. Bruno's shaking his head. He is fucking shit.
Let's talk about that now, shall we?
I can't believe it, man. The meltdown is glorious. I already said
Yeah.
that all you man who ditched me on the watch along for United stands, fair play. I always understand the agenda. When we smash Arsenal in about 2 weeks and everyone ditches me for the AFTV watch along there too, I'll always understand the agenda. But bro, thoughts on today's call it a game, just a bit of a drag. But chat to me about the performance anyways.
I was actually like watching on a CBS Access stream, so I was kind of like shifting between this one United and Barca game. So it was kind of like 3 games in one go. But today's game was. I actually thought that give up to Billy Gilmore and Tina Andrew. Both of them played very well. It's just that like Billy had one shot on target, I think, and I think Tina had some good balls in the box, which was unfortunately not met. But Tammy had a shocker today, man. Seriously, I actually thought like I probably actually thought Warner would play central and start today because he needs like 1 or 2 goals just to get back to speed. You know. Because he's been off form a bit late, even though he got the assist last week. Not last week, on Saturday. But it's like I thought he would play Werner and like he would get 1 or 2 goals. But today, Rudiger, I thought today player he had a decent game as well. Rudiger, he played well.
Yeah, both centre backs I thought was pretty decent.
Yeah, Kovacic played well. Emerson was shocking today. I mean, we applauded him for Sevilla game, but today he was shocking. He was absolutely shocking today, man. Yeah, and Kepa, near post goal as usual. But what we do, so we don't look much today. But he pulled off a great save, though. I'll give him that. But other than that, Werner, when he came on, he was positive. He was full of energy, and hope he's the same on Saturday when we play Everton because we really need him for that game. And who else was there? I really thought today would be a game for Hudson-Odoi, but unfortunately he was injured. Hopefully that's not. Yeah, but whenever we think Hudson-Odoi is like he's gonna play, like it's sad that he's injured. I actually like Hudson-Odoi. I like he's got bucket loads of talent, but it's just that he's not getting a consistent run of games. You know what I mean. I really think he'll be a Chelsea legend because he's an academy player. He showed glimpses of what he can do. Even under Sarri, when he didn't start the season, but he was playing some games towards the end of the season before he got that injury against Burnley. But yeah, man. I'm just happy we didn't lose. We could have beat it at the end, probably. Yeah, nothing much else. It was kind of boring. So
massively boring.
Yeah.
How would you? Is there any players that played today that aren't really in the starting 11 that you'd like to see play in the next 2 games?
Probably Aspie against Wolves, maybe because since the game is 2 days later, but I'm not sure whether Reece will play on 2 successive played by those 2 consecutive games. He'll definitely start Everton, but I'm not sure if Reece would start against Wolves though. So probably Aspie would play that game, and Giroud or Tammy, like he's gonna have to rotate between them for the Everton and Wolves game because he won't go with the same starting 11 that started on Everton. That he would play for Wolves as well. That's how I see it because we know it's like 2-day gap, and after that, probably 6-day gap, the players can get a good bit of rest and they can go well for the West Ham United game. But I would say probably Aspie, Giroud, or Tammy. I wouldn't mind giving Bilmer a game though, like probably an appearance off the bench or something like that. Like just to control the game. Probably when we're like 2-1 or 3-1 up, just to like control things in the middle and not like. We need someone to like hold the ball and just kind of like control the game. Like something with Jorginho used to do. Yeah, and I think Kovacic was also like he had a good game today. Kovacic, I think he will start Everton, alongside I'm not sure about that the 2 people in front of Kante. It'll be like the 2 of Mount or Havertz or Kovacic. Havertz was good in parts today, but overall his game wasn't like impressive. He had an opportunity 1-on-1, which I thought he would finish after some good play. Well, but he couldn't finish it. But I think it's like he's slowly coming into that after the after he got COVID and you were in the bubble and you're not able to like train as you normally do. So he's easing his way back into it. But yeah, I think probably Havertz will start Everton as well. Good to see Kante getting a few minutes today. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, well, bro, as always, thanks for jumping on. You're going to be around for the Everton game on Saturday, right?
I think I will be. I'm not going anywhere on that day, so I think I'll be seeing the Everton game, and yeah, I will join the phone in. Yeah. Just one thing before I leave. Props to Demba Ba. I mean, that was disgusting today, man. I mean, I'm not sure whether it was meant to, but you don't want to be saying that on air, you know. But
in general,
but
really.
yeah, just this one thing. Just a minute. Speaking of Demba Ba, though,
you getting a goal ready or something?
This is a. There's
marking Demba Ba. That is shit. He's
going
on at the back there. Bloody hell. Besiktas, or whatever they're bloody called.
Why do United have to be on a different day to us? I swear down. Can we just get Liverpool or City or someone that would be a bit more entertaining?
Yeah, maybe. But the way United fans were gloating up last season, oh, we finished third, oh, we finished above you, always at the wheel, blah, blah, blah. Jesus, man, seriously. Yeah.
And look exactly where it's left them, in the mud, as per usual.
Yeah, we're top of our group. Where are you, mate?
Damn right. Hey, bro, I need to move on because I got a couple more guests to jump
sure,
on.
man. See you on Saturday. Up the Chelsea.
Massively appreciate it, bro. Take care. Right, let's see. Who do we have? Cool. Yes, Pablo, what are you saying, bro?
You all right, Lewis? You all right?
I'm good. What are you telling me?
Well, I mean, not the most exciting game. I haven't got any goal bridge for you either, but
I think we've maxed out.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, we've gone through it all. On the game, I mean, isn't much to say. I wouldn't say disappointed because obviously we've changed the whole team. I maybe still expected a little bit more because I think it was a similar team that beat Sevilla 4-0. I know obviously there are a few players different, but it was a similar sort of team that did really well against Sevilla. But I don't know what we never really got going tonight. I think having no wingers or natural wingers on the pitch probably played a bit of a part in that. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't the most like amazing or thrilling game tonight. Like, not an awful amount to talk about. I think we definitely saw like who we want in the big games and who we don't, and that was made pretty clear today. Who we can bring in when we need the most. Like, you're looking at the next two games, and I think there are certain names that will not be near the team sheet basically because of performances like tonight. But yeah, I mean, I'm not too gutted. I think it's fine, isn't it? Draw. It was a nothing game, and I think like Jay said earlier, it was kind of nice to have a bit of a nothing game, just sit back, relax for this one. But yeah, I mean, I was hoping they could go and put in another good performance. To be fair, the second team, because they impressed me against Sevilla. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty dull for most of the game, is what I'll say.
Massively dull, and match day 6 of the Champions League. We were celebrating so much about finishing with a game to spare.
Yeah.
And I feel like we definitely took advantage of that because mentally, I don't think we were at the races. I think a lot of the senior players, well, if you call Tammy a senior player, I mean, I feel like he's having enough years at that point. It's becoming a Loftus-Cheek thing where are we really going to call him a youth player anymore?
Yeah.
I feel like this is the last season where you can say it with any sort of shame. Like, I'm not calling him a youth player next season.
That's a fair point. Yeah, he's going to be at 23, 24 soon. So
I think he's 23 now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Probably.
Tammy Abraham. That's PNGs. Yeah, he's 23 years old. Just turned 23 2 months ago. Yeah, this is the last year where I'm going to sit here and say anything because I like Tammy. I'm not going to be reactionary and say he's a poor striker or anything like that. He's pulled out over the last few weeks before the Spurs game. But when he's bad, fucking hell, it's bad.
Yeah,
describe it really. Ball just kept rebounding off him, bouncing off him all the time. I won't just leave out Tammy. He wasn't the only poor player today. Jorginho, when he gets pressed, I love Jorginho. And to be honest,
Yeah,
he
me
used
too.
to be good at handling the press because he'd always find the spare option. But this time, it just looks lost. If you try to get through him, it just looks lost all the time. No, and again, he weren't the only one either. Emerson.
Yeah,
Emerson.
yeah. There were a few of them. There were a few of them tonight. It's a little bit disappointing, like I said. I think we could have put in a good display, but like fair enough that we didn't. We'll take the draw. Like it's a nothing game. But yeah, I think there was a chance for some of them to like really prove themselves in front of the fans as well. I think that definitely brought a bit more energy in the Leeds game, definitely. So I thought they could give a little bit more today. But yeah, I like I said, I think also the no wingers didn't help. Andrew and Havertz actually had pretty solid games, to be fair. But
definitely,
I just think playing that centre mids on the wings, that we've seen that with Mount and stuff, and it's just.
Yeah, I want people to tell me in the comment section if you thought Havertz had a bad game, because I see a lot of 50-50 claims on Havertz's performance today. People are saying he had a good game. I think he had a good game.
Yeah.
People are saying he had a bad game. Like, I'm taking into account context. He's out of position again. He's still coming back to full match fitness. He didn't react to having COVID as well as people thought he did.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we don't get demonetized now. But here's the real test to find out if we get demonetized for it or not. But I thought Kai Havertz, whenever he was on the ball, he looked decent. I didn't see him do much wrong. I thought he was trying to find players. I think, again, he was frustrated by what was in front of him, and it weren't really helping. But I thought it was okay. Like, I didn't really see much that he did wrong. Nothing sticking in my head. So if you guys think different, it's not a slating thing. But let me know what you're thinking down in the comment section below. But it's not all negative. We do sound bad. It's not all negative. There was some positives to look back on. We said about Kai Havertz. Tino Andrin as well for his debut. Very solid performance. Let's just bring it straight on to the Scottish Shabby himself, Billy Gilmore. What a performance. I thought he'd come back slowly from that injury. Same old Billy.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Billy Gilmore is just such a class player. He really is. He's one of those that could play in like any club in the world and also any league in the world, which maybe you can't say for some of the other youngsters, but he would fit in so well in a different league, and he's going to be such a top player in the future. The way Gilmore plays is class. I think he got man of the match tonight, which means he got like man of the match in his FA Cup, Premier League, and Champions League debut.
No, wait, no. I need to see this for myself. Tell me you got man of the match, please.
He might have done. If he has, then it means he's got it on all his debuts.
I don't. Yeah, nothing's saying it, but I'm just going to keep looking. But let me know what you're saying anyway.
Yeah, when would it be? It would be on the vote on Twitter. Yeah?
No. He won man of the match on the full Champions League debut too.
They just gave it to him.
Yeah, that's nice, perfect. But that's exactly what's fully deserved for his performance. Yeah. Sounds reactionary. Would you try and fit him into the first team? Or how would you try and do it? Would you go for a loan deal, or would you try and keep him around the squad?
I would keep Gilmore in the squad. For me, I think he should be playing more. And I think over the Christmas period, he should be playing a lot more. I think we were talking about players who can't be trusted in the upcoming games. I think Gilmore's someone who can be. And if we're looking to bring in a few players here and there in the next fixtures, I actually don't think there's many we can bring in. That defence for me, James, Zuma, Silva, Chilwell, wouldn't change anything for that for Everton or Wolves. And even for the future games, to be fair, Aspie maybe, but even then, like I think we lose so much when we take James out. So, but in midfield is where we can make changes. We've got Kovacic, Mount, Havertz, and also Gilmore now, I think, who we can draft in. And in the front three with injuries, we're not going to get many rotations in there either if Tammy's off form as well. So yeah, I'd use Gilmore a lot more, and I'd also keep him at Chelsea for like every year in the future because he's such a top young player and he's just one of the many at the club.
All right. Well, any final thoughts, bro?
Final thoughts. I think we're a bit underwhelmed today, but like I don't think anyone has any no one's really disappointed. We all just move on from this one. It was a bit of a nothing game. The important games are coming up now. The Everton and the Wolves games. I want full strength Chelsea teams basically. We should be nicely rested. Let's keep getting points in the league. We got some big games coming up. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it.
All right. Well, bro, thanks for jumping on as per usual. Hope to see you on Saturday as well if you're around. Yeah, for sure. I will be there. All right. Well, take care, bro.
See you, Lewis.
Right, I think we've only got one more guest left, so we're going to drop him in quickly. Yes, bro. What are you telling me?
What's going on? How you doing?
Struggling to keep myself awake, but we move.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Same way
Mhm.
how we played today, we just decided to not I wouldn't say back, but it was just more of there just was no attacking ingenuity in the squad. You can tell that our lack of wingers just really didn't help us. There was the entire game. It just seemed like it was one of those things where we have our eights go up onto the wings along with Andrew and Havertz, and they just keep the ball in the corner. Really, like they don't really. No one really was able to put in a good cross. So, it just kept it kind of like it kept it. The play was on the wings. They just kept passing it out backwards, and then they kept passing it to Aspi, and then back to Kovacic, and then back to Havertz, and they just played those little triangles the entire game together. And yeah, Emerson didn't help us at all with the crosses. I was hoping that because one thing that I really liked that Mason Mount has been able to do was last year because Willian was in the team. For some reason, he decided he could take all the corners, and you could see how it's hurting Arsenal now, and it always hurt us back then. He couldn't beat the first man, right? And so now you see with Mason Mount in the team, we're able to be a little bit more clinical with the corners. We're able to convert them with more. It just creates more problems, and for the opposing side, and it just wasn't something that we could use to our advantage this game. And they just cleared the line. They just cleared the ball every single time. No one was really in the position to get a good header on it. And one thing that I am seeing a distinct difference between Tammy Abraham and Olivier Giroud is people were saying that Olivier Giroud makes smart runs and Tammy Abraham does not. It's not that it's not that he makes smart runs. I mean, technically you can say it's smart, but it's more of Tammy Abraham chooses his speed, and Olivier Giroud moves to where he thinks the crosser is gonna have the best opportunity to cross the ball at. So he always moves to the front post or he moves to the back post. Based on like who's gonna be hitting the ball. If it's Hakim, he ends up shifting towards the back. But if it's Reece James or Kovacic crossing the ball, he tends to go towards the front post. And it's just more of Olivier Giroud just knows that simply because of experience that you're better off going towards the ball and going to a position where you think your teammate's going to be able to get it to you compared to wanting to get to your spot, which is what Tammy wants to do. He always tries to open himself up or take on the ground for some reason. And I don't know, maybe he's just not big-bodied enough yet, or he just needs to put on a little bit more weight. But it seems like he's just getting tossed around. He's literally just getting tossed around like a doll. And I think that the biggest thing that we can hope for the future is that Tammy learns to go towards the ball, go towards the front post. And Kovacic was literally like he was screaming at him. Like there was the one ball that he put in. It was perfect. If he had been there, if he had been in the front post, all he had to do was literally just like look at the ball, and it would have literally just glanced right off of his head into the goal. And he told him, he's like, "Why are you not at the near post?" Because he's literally like behind two defenders, and it just didn't make any sense. And Tammy was trying to defend himself, but he was just like, "Yo, you're right. I'm sorry." And so it's just one of those things where it's just he just needs to learn. Tino Angerin and Billy Gilmore, they played very well. I mean, I don't want to keep repeating what everyone's saying, but they played really well. And
I don't blame you because it always comes with that when you're doing reviews.
Yeah.
Like everyone's gonna have the same sort of thoughts anyway. You don't feel about repeating yourself.
So I think it was a performance that we needed. It was one of those where like I said, we kept things mainly towards the side.
Wrong.
I mean, not really.
No. I mean, like you're wrong for saying it, but it's true.
Okay. Yeah. But
yeah,
anyway,
nothing wrong with chunks, isn't it?
American chunks. But anyway, it was the way that it was just the players that we needed to come in so that we can have a C team. Literally, like this was the C team. Like if you really think about it in the attacking sense, and the entire defense was the same. Obviously we didn't have Mendy like we did for the Sevilla game, so I'm not gonna blame Kepa because it was a smart shot that he took. He faked Christensen, and Christensen decided to cover the far post, but he just ended up cutting it inside. So I'm not gonna blame Kepa. It was just one of those he's simply not big enough. He just couldn't get there fast enough. So it's all right. But yeah, the defense played. I thought they played pretty well. And Billy Gilmore, it's very like as you're watching the game, if you pay attention to the initial passes that they try to make in order to kickstart there's just like a progressive attacking. They pass it to the first player, then back, then to the first player who turns around, passes it to second, and then back to the defender again. And Billy Gilmore was the only one that would skip the first player and go straight into the second one, right? And that was literally the only time that we would get a shot on goal. It's when we would skip the first player and we would basically, it would literally confuse them because they were just like, okay, this is not how, maybe, if they watch film, this is not how we saw. But they just weren't able, or no one wanted to pass through the first player. They just kept on doing these little touchbacks. And it was literally what we saw last year. This is what we saw last year. We couldn't have, no one was able to put in a good ball and we couldn't score. But the thing is, this time we didn't have the defensive mistakes that we had last year, so we were able to tie it. And so, what do you think about loaning out Tomori? I think it's at the point where I think Frank is purposefully not playing Tomori so that he would leave.
He should have taken the loan anyway. I've said it numerous times.
No, he really should have. I don't think he realized that Everton was going to be this good, so I don't think he wanted to play with a team that wasn't going to be an attacking team, if that makes sense. Tomori's an attacking center back. It's one of those things where he played against.
He thought he could keep his spot. That's what it was, and I like the hustle, but he's asking too much of himself.
And it's still it's a matter of game time and experience. It's the fact that Rudiger plays for Germany, he does not. So Frank can see what Rudiger's doing, outside of Chelsea, but he can't see Tomori do anything. So it's one of those that he's going to end up taking another deal, and I don't think it's going to be good as the one that Everton was going to. That Everton would give him. You'll probably get a team like I'm not gonna lie, I think one of the 3-back teams would take him, like Fulham. They already have Loftus-Cheek, so I don't know.
West Ham wanted him. I remember that.
That would be nice. That would be really nice, actually. I think West Ham. Their wing backs are kind of weak, but Aaron Cresswell is not that bad of a defensive back, so it's pretty good. And it says love Emerson, but he's not Chelsea caliber. Yeah. You see, that's the thing. So, do we sell, or you remember last year we had Ian Matson who came in and he played one game, but it wasn't bad. So, I would prefer, all honesty, I would really prefer that we just keep using the Chelsea, the academy boys instead of buying backup players because there's literally no point in it. Like if we just buy a 10 million, 15 million left back. I'm pretty sure our academy players can end up being just as good or even better than that. So I don't think it's worth it when, obviously, if we're trying to build a team like a dynasty, it's going to be very important for us to be able to save money instead of just keep, obviously we don't waste money because we weren't able to spend the past couple transfer windows. So we had saved up money. That's why we were able to splurge all we wanted to. But for the future, to make sure that we can keep this going and to make sure that, we're one of the only teams that did not get completely just trashed during the pandemic because we had money saved up. And so it would be nice to just keep saving money that way. So that way, whenever we end up dropping, and, it's eventually going to happen. You're never going to forever be good. So in that case, when we do end up eventually dropping, we'd be able to put in the money in again. Same way how Man City are doing. How every time, they do well and then they drop a little bit, so they put even more money into it and then they get the players they need. So that's what we need to eventually be doing. Hakeem Ziyech will be fit for the Arsenal game. Thank God. Mm-hmm. And then to the next point, hopefully for the next couple games, I would really like to see. I know it's not what everyone would think, or because you want to get rested and everything, but I actually would like to see the A team for both games, simply just to see if they can handle the pressure of two close games, because sometimes there's going to be points where we're not going to have that option, and we're not going to, if we keep doing a lot of rotating, we're not going to know if they can handle, one or two games back to back. So I think I would prefer to see both A teams for both games, just to see how we do. If it seems that for the second game we're getting slower, we still have 3 substitutes. We still have 3 A-team caliber subs that we can bring on. So I think we should be perfectly fine.
All right. Well, any final thoughts, bro?
Hopefully, Timo Werner can get a couple goals for the next couple of games, and if we do that, then we'll be looking quite peachy. We should be looking good. But y'all have a good night, and up to Chelsea.
Thanks for jumping on, bro. See you Saturday.
Sure.
All right, we just got enough time for our final guest. Tyrese, what are you telling me, bro?
Yo, bro. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I watched the game, but like Twitter had me so distracted with what was going on with the United game. Like it was just back and forth. But
Yo, you and me both, honestly. Or drag anyway, so I don't blame you.
Yeah, it was not really. It was a nothing. It was a nothing game, so it was a nothing performance. So it's nothing really to criticize. It was good to see Billy Gilmore get a bit of minutes. It was good to see that Andrian guy. I saw him when he played against that team we beat last season 6-1. I can't. It was in the Carabao Cup. I saw him once, and then I saw him come on at Everton, I believe, but I didn't see him ever since. But he was okay today, and Emerson, basic Emerson, kept up. Then couldn't really do anything much with that goal. It was just a standard performance. It was just like when you look at that game and you see the players playing, it was our C team actually, and it was against a poor side, and it was just a pointless game. Like it was just a rest game, and it was good to see a couple players get a bit of minutes. But other than that, nah, it was nothing really to really pick from it. Tammy Abraham was poor, but okay, yeah, we were already qualified either way. So
thank God the game didn't mean shit, because people could have been a lot angry about that performance, but it means nothing. Even the Kepa mistake don't mean nothing. Poor performance is nothing. I'm looking at positives.
Wow, that is so lucky. Kepa is so lucky today was a nothing game, because he could have been slandered on Twitter. But I mean, Abraham, everyone knows my opinion on him, and to me, as I always say, like he's gonna have to become a topic of discussion further down the road, because to me, I don't think he is a top 6 striker. I don't think he's a good squad player at best. I don't think that he's gonna reach that level of a Didier Drogba or something. Like he's just too clumsy for me. He falls over the ball. There was like one time he literally fell over the ball, you know. There was like one time and he just like tripped completely over the ball. I think it was like a season or so ago, and then he just
What are you talking about today for a sec? Fucking hell.
Oh my God, he was awful. But Tammy Abraham, as I said, there's a reason why, although he scored 15 goals last season, Lampard brought in Timo Werner. Just don't say that it's for competition. It's just that Lampard knew deep within himself he's a winner. Lampard has won Champions League, Premier League, many titles with us, and he knows the caliber of Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham is not the caliber of striker that we need if we really want to challenge for the Premier League. He's not going to bring us that. He's going to have to become a very serious talking point soon. But for now, just let him get away with that performance for now. But like I'll tell you what, like he had me fuming against Spurs today. I just didn't care because it was a pointless game and it was honestly a poor game. So other than that, there's nothing really. It was good to see some of the players get some rest. Timo Werner. I didn't really see why Lampard wanted to really. Like it was no point of bringing on Kante and Timo Werner. I could see 1 to 3 points, but like to me, that's just a game that be like, you know what, this is just a dead game, and just like be satisfied with the point and just hope and leave. And other than that, Emerson shown that he's not Chelsea material. I like him, you know. I actually like Emerson. Like, he's not like a Alonso that I really deep down inside after that West Brom stunt that he pulled with the team bus and all. It makes me hate him even more. Emerson is actually one shitty player. I actually like he's like Mike. You know, like how United McTominay is a shit player, but a lot of United fans call him McSauce and like him.
Yeah, but they rate Harry Maguire, so like we can't take that priority for anything.
That's a topic for another day, my friend. If I get into Harry Maguire, I'll just slandering it. But look, we are into the Champions League last round of 16, and we get some, and we're not going to get Bayern again, thank God. We're probably going to get like if we could get a good draw, I'll probably take a Mönchengladbach. I'll be happy with that one because they're a good team and we'll see good football as well, but they're not the team that's going to go and beat us on the day. But in all fairness, I would really like we get a good opponent. But other than that, performance-wise, Tammy Abraham gets away today, just today, only for today because it was a nothing game. But like, just I don't know. What's your opinion on Tammy Abraham? I don't know if you think he's gonna get better. What do you think we need to do with him?
I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna say he's finished or anything like that because I do think he was in amazing form before the Spurs game, but it's not good, and especially with Giroud's form, he's like gone back down to third choice striker. But it is fine. We got 3 good strikers that I do believe in for the most part, so it's not as big. It's no crisis compared to last season, but the last few games haven't been good enough from him.
Yeah, because like the one thing I have to question him with Tammy Abraham is his aerial ability. Because how can you be that tall and can't head the ball? Only player I know that's that tall that can't really head the ball so well is Erling Haaland, and he's not the best in the air. But Tammy Abraham, for that height, I was actually shocked that he can't win more headers and be better. His positioning is actually not that good at times, and his heading is atrocious as well. So I don't know what to do with Tammy Abraham. I just don't think that. I think after a while he's gonna like realize that we're not gonna give him the contract that he wants, and he's probably gonna be like, "Yo, this club is not giving. This is the boyhood club I came through, and they're not even rewarding me with the contract after how I performed last season." And then he'd be like, "You know what? I think it's probably time for me to pack my bags up and go elsewhere." I don't know. I don't know if we could probably get a decent 40 mil for him and let him leave. But I'm not one to say get rid of Tammy Abraham because at the end of the day he's only 23. But to me, I just don't like him. Like, it's just my opinion. I don't know. I just don't like Tammy Abraham right now. Before, maybe when he was when he started like I backed Tammy Abraham early on because he was racially abused. After that, missing the Super Cup final and like it was. And then he scored against Sheffield and Norwich, and I was like, yo, this guy is overcoming all these, not even Chelsea fans. I don't call racist fans. So he came over that pressure and he actually stepped up. But to me, Tammy Abraham is when he reached the age of 26, I don't think he's going to be at the level of striker that we need. At least he's better than Batshuayi and Morata. I'll give him that. But to me, to be starting 30 plus games of Premier League season, no, not at Chelsea. He probably could go on to a different club if he gets frustrated by lack of game time because he's young. But other than that, today was a okay performance. It was a nothing performance. It was nothing needed from this game. It was good to see Billy Gilmore, which I have to speak about. His performance was good today, but I want to see him performing against a better side than that. Come on, that's not even. I don't even think Krasnodar is on the level of Sheffield. I don't even think so. They're that bad. But yeah, but it was a good point to get. Emerson, not good enough, as I said. Other than that, it was a C team, man. For us to go and get a point in Champions League at home, it's okay. But I'm surprised that 2,000 fans even turned up for that game. Like, why? That's such a nothing.
You get pulled in the ballot, and when you get pulled out, you basically have to go. That's the thing. It's jarring. I'm glad I didn't get pulled out for that game.
Your name was in one of those ballots as well, or you're not too sure about going?
Nah, I'm waiting till either the price tag goes down for the tickets, or for most of the season ticket holders to have already gone to games, so I can just go and get one myself on the cheap without any issues trying to get in on the ballot. Because after you get a ticket, you gotta wait for every other season ticket holder to have a seat to go to a game before you can go.
I guess you were wishing that Arsenal game was at the Bridge on Boxing Day, so you could go to that. When we
it's also in what was it? It's the game's in April.
Yeah, and by then I don't know if full fans are gonna be back by then because this pandemic, as you said, is a bit jarring. But other than that, just move on to Everton at the weekend, and this is, as I said before in my last video, I think Kurt Zouma is going to have a bit of a battle with Calvert-Lewin, but he knows him from his Everton days, and he knew that he's a difficult striker to keep quiet. And both of them are good in the air. I want to see that battle really badly. I really, really do. So just hope and pray. We're playing some good football, and maybe we could be all here at the end of the Everton game, happy again on Saturday.
Damn right, bro. Are you going to be around for the Everton game?
Yeah, I should be.
All right, cool, bro. Well, I'll chat to you then, all right? You got any final thoughts before we wrap up?
No, nothing really. Just move on to Everton and get the 3 points and up the Chelsea.
Damn right, bro. Well, I'll see you on Saturday, bro. Take care.
Yeah, bro.
Up the Chelsea. Right, well, guys, this is the end of the phone-in for the instant classic. That was Chelsea 1, Krasnodar 1. I hope you lot enjoyed the phone. I hope you lot enjoyed the watch-along and everything else that happened, and Manchester United bottling the Champions League yet again. If you lot enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe to Blues Fans TV. Your links will be down in the description below to Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. Check out Carefree Lewis G.